Greetings, Guardians. This is Olympus Alliance, and today we open a brand new chapter in a series the community has been begging for, real talisman comparisons. Not guesses, not assumptions, true battle impact, true value, and the reality of what each talisman gives. And what each talisman takes away. And to begin this journey, we're starting with a hero who defines entire battles with his presence alone. A healer, a protector, a lifeline. Today, we dissect Aiden's talismans and show you exactly how each one transforms him on the battlefield. Before we begin, it's important to understand something: Aiden is unique. His healing isn't just healing, it's regeneration, sacrifice, revival of momentum, and support synergy all rolled into one. When you choose a talisman for him, you're not choosing a stat bonus, you are choosing how he behaves under pressure, how he sustains himself, and how he protects your team during the most dangerous moments of combat. And when we put the two talismans side by side, the results are surprising. Let's begin with the Talisman of Ashes. This talisman grants 2,000 intelligence and roughly 15,000 magic attack, a powerful spike to Aiden's offensive scaling. And it interacts directly with two of his skills, Fire Embrace and Bonds of Fire. These abilities scale with magic attack, and when this talisman is equipped, Aiden gains around 45,000 extra magic attack plus an additional 30% from his total magic attack scaling. These are big gains, and they absolutely improve his impact. If you already own the Talisman of Ashes, you're in a strong position. It works well. It boosts the part of Aiden that many players notice first, his magic-driven pressure. You don't need to panic or chase the second talisman. The Talisman of Ashes is fully functional, and you will feel its value in every fight. But here is where the twist begins, because this talisman does not improve the ability that defines Aiden. It increases his damage-based effects, yes. But the core of Aiden, his identity, his battlefield purpose, does not scale with magic attack. And once we enter real combat scenarios, this becomes even clearer: what you think you're gaining is not always what you actually gain. Now we turn the page to the Talisman of Relentlessness. At first glance, it looks like a huge downgrade. You lose nearly 15,000 magic attack the moment you equip it. And naturally, most players look at that and say, if Aiden's abilities scale with magic attack, why would I ever use this? But this is the moment where the whole picture changes, because the Talisman of Relentlessness doesn't empower Aiden's damage. It empowers Aiden's identity. Instead of magic attack, this talisman gives him a massive 4,000 toughness and around 140,000 extra health. And this is where everything becomes completely different. Because Aiden's first skill, Phoenix Ritual, does not scale with magic attack. It scales with health. And that single detail flips the comparison. With the Talisman of Relentlessness, Phoenix Ritual jumps from healing 110,000 to healing 135,000, for all allies. So yes, you lose magic attack. But on Aiden's ultimate, the most important skill in his entire kit, you win far more than you lose. His healing output becomes stronger, more stable, and far more impactful in extended fights. But the true reason this talisman beats the Talisman of Ashes isn't the healing boost. It's the sacrifice. Phoenix Ritual removes 20% of Aiden's own health to restore health to the team. This means every time he casts his ultimate, he is exposed. And in real battle, especially in high-level fights, this moment is where enemies strike. If Aiden drops under 50%, burst heroes, Crete heroes, or magic nukers jump instantly, and if your healer falls, your whole team collapses. This is where toughness becomes a lifesaver. When Aiden goes under half health, toughness activates immediately. It reduces incoming damage, often around 20%, from everything. Physical damage, magic damage, even pure damage. Suddenly, instead of collapsing, Aidan stabilizes. He takes less punishment, he buys himself time, and then the regeneration loop begins. He heals himself, he heals his allies, and the cycle restarts again and again. This is the moment where you feel the Talisman of Relentlessness in action. Not in numbers. In survival. In momentum. In the way your team refuses to die because Aiden refuses to fall. This talisman gives him breathing room during the most dangerous second of his kit, the moment of self-sacrifice. It creates a safety cushion that directly prevents losses. And because he regenerates so aggressively, he bounces back harder than before, dragging your entire team upward with him. And this is why the Talisman of Relentlessness is, in truth, the superior choice for Aiden. Not because Ashes is weak. Not because magic attack is useless. But because Aiden is not a damage dealer. He is a health engine. A stabilizer. A lifeline. And nothing supports that identity better than toughness and massive health, especially when his ultimate depends on his own survival. With Talisman of Relentlessness, Aiden feels unstoppable. He climbs, recovers, cycles, and repeats endlessly. In offense, he gives your team insane reliability. In defense, he punishes attackers for failing to finish him fast. In both roles, he becomes extremely difficult to shut down, and very easy to benefit from. Does this make the Talisman of Ashes useless? Absolutely not. It remains a strong talisman, and Aiden performs wonderfully with it. But relentlessness aligns perfectly with his true purpose, and that alignment makes it the better talisman in almost every scenario. So Guardians, this is our verdict. As we begin this new series, we will break down every hero in the game and explain exactly when each talisman shines, and when it doesn't. For Aiden, the conclusion is clear: the Talisman of Ashes is very good. But the Talisman of Relentlessness surpasses it completely in the way Aiden defines and controls the flow of battle. Stay tuned for the next comparison, stay sharp on the battlefield, and as always, salute and friendship.